Goddess of victory, Nikke.
Alright, so somehow there was a 1 or 2 gigabyte patch, and then it just instant completed, and then memory leak, and so I'm restarting this to see what in the world was that. Because, I'm about 90% sure there wasn't a patch that was 2 gigabytes since patch. So we're just seeing what's going on real quick, and we'll kick off everything. Let's see, do we get a memory leak here when we fire this up?
Goddess of victory, Nikke.
Nope. All right, surprise. Oh, hi everybody. How's it going? Good morning. Hello there. Time for lot. Alright. Let's get her done. So, for those of you who hath not seen my post on Discord, I blame Kari for this. She sat there and talked to me for like about 45-50 minutes trying to help me justify this unit, and after much talking, I said screw it. I did 2 10 pulls, and I pulled 2 cop. Oh wait, she still got the ping. Oh yeah, I gotta put the limit break in her. Yeah. So yep.
I think I can work a bit
No,
harder.
it was not you. It was Kari. So, as a boss killer, I can justify 20 bookmarks for that, but as far as where she goes on the list, I need to finish Mast. Volume got stripped of her overloads. So I have to finish Mast, and then we'll look at Ludmilla. As far as skills go, however, she can't go in till after litter. Because we're trying to complete 2B. So we need... It's gonna be a while before we can actually use her. So most likely it will be... Okay, we got the skill 2 to level 10. We'll see, because this is another one of those darn 10-10-10 units, and this is getting annoying. Hello there, how's it going, Ace? How many 10-10-10s I've had in a row? We basically have had... Red Hood was a 10-10-10 unit. So we did that. We just got Tia to 10-7-10. So that was a 10. And then Naga to 10-7-10, and then Tia we got to 10-4-4. So we've had a lot of full level 10 skills we've had to level up. Been watching the Game Awards? Yeah, I didn't pay attention to it. My entire Twitter feed is nothing but, Game Award this, Game Award that, and I'm like, nobody cares, nobody gives a crap. 90% of these games suck anyway. Y'all are out there just jerking them off. So, let's get our dailies done with, and then we'll get on to the main story today.
Come again if you need anything. Hope you put it to good use. Thank you. Thank you.
We have everything in our...
Looking to get something on the up and up?
Have fun shopping. Doesn't it feel great spending money? Thank you for coming.
Nice. But it's like, I woke up to that crap on my Instagram or on my Twitter feed, and I'm like, bro, nobody cares that much to have 5,000 posts from IGN about this crap. It's not that important. But it's the Game Awards! Nobody cares. About 80% sure that's the answer she wants for this one. Yeah. You would have gotten canceled for the Def Jam music game alone. Oh gosh. Dude, I bet you that would have been absolutely priceless. Hearing your reactions to some of this stuff. Def-led music game. I'm sorry, what?
Thanks to you, I feel like my knowledge is expanding.
I know something else that's expanding several times a day.
True happiness must be something like this.
Okay, hold on. I don't see anything that's... I type in that trailer, and there's only something that shows up for over a year ago. Or 2 years or 4 years. Like, it's not... I don't see anything... So if you end up finding it at some point, DM it to me. And I'll watch it after stream. You might.
I feel good when I see you, Captain. Like I've had one too many swigs of rum.
Oh boy. I think that's the answer. Yep. All right. Harmonium the musical. Okay. Now that's gonna be interesting.
Good.
Hello there.
Hello there.
How does it go? How does it go? Take our time this morning, burn through this. How was the whale talk? Well, here's the thing. I was talking with Kari a good bit, and it was... She's talking about, for her, she doesn't have Scarlet, so keep this in mind. She does not have Scarlet. It's one of the units that have completely eluded her for a very long time.
What do you think of the simulation room?
She's put a decent chunk of money in the game and still never gotten her.
What do you think of the simulation room? It's going to be
Everything she was talking about, and so was her union, is
what do you think
4
of the
bosses
room?
only.
Quite a trip, isn't it?
She's probably going to be one of the top DPSs for it.
Wake me up when the
As
battle
far
is
as
over.
ad clear, she's going to be absolutely abysmal for it. That's not going to be her job.
What do you think of the simulation room? It's going to be a bore, isn't it?
She was showing me some numbers on damage testing where
That was very impressive. All right.
they were
it's
going
my
back
turn.
and forth with Guillotine. They were testing Modernia and
Good job on
it
making it this
is-
far. See, it's
they're
going to be
doing
a bore,
about the
isn't it?
same on elemental neutral systems. So, but we're talking within a margin of error that is, sure, 20 million or 15 million damage adds up, especially when you're trying to do like high scores on solo raid, or 15 more million in say 15 million more in Union Raid.
I
It
guess
adds
this
up.
makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
But Guillotine, and if you have Guillotine or Modernia, it comes down to, do you want a water version of them? And do you want to full send them to 10, 10, 10 to do it? The other issue that is there is the teams for this unit.
Of them all. Now you'll be up against
So, in my place, she says, I have a harder time finding use for her than she does. She doesn't have Scarlet. So, if we look at my teams, it's...
We have all the time we need. Do you think this simulation
It can
will
make it in.
work?
She can make it
Maybe
into
after
one
the
of my
battle is
top
over.
5 teams to use for solo, or to use for yeah, solo raid. Can probably make it in depending on what I have to use for Union
Take
raid.
your time. We have all the time we need.
Depending on how I want to set up my teams.
How are things here, sweetie? Having fun?
The
If you rest on your laurels, you're toast. I'm not pulling any punches, so try not to get... it's going to be a bore, isn't it?
She was saying that, in her opinion, one copy is probably justifiable, and she's willing to spend gold tickets on it. At the end of the event, if she doesn't pull it through whatever rewards they give out throughout the event. I said, just screw it. I'll throw my 2.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
I do know the, I do happen to know said information. Give me just a second. Where was it? As long as nothing changes, it's going to be, I'll post this in Discord. This is what the supposed cast is going to be for Santa Claus. I only know two of the 5. I might know which one Armstrong is, but I don't, off the top of my head, know which boss that is. One of the things that we were talking about was...
Not looking good.
I finally got Modernia 3 weeks ago. It still has no skills yet. Red Hood is 10, 10, 9. Once she is done, I'll start putting skill books into her, maybe. So Modernia is a very easy level up. Modernia is 10, 4, 4. You do not have to go any further because she will not burst. You will not need... It is so rare you will ever burst with Modernia.
The simulation
And even if you were to do the skill investment into her, she's not really worth leveling up until much later on in the other 2 skills. Sure, you can get more damage out of it.
Enoch and I are apparently sisters.
But
wake me
your,
up when the battle is over.
it's still never worth bursting with Modernia. You want to, and there are a few situations where it is worth, and you have to know where they are, and that is a mechanic thing where you need the long-term burst of all the units over what she does normally because of the infinite ammo. So it's a point where you go, okay, I know I need this here.
I'll give you that much. On guard. Never. It's going to be a bore, isn't it?
So she can replace your Pravity then. Right now, my verse 3 Sada are Scarlet, Red Hood, and then Pravity. So you're... Here's the weird thing. Yes, that is exactly what can happen. The other side of that coin is Pravity also does something kind of nasty
that?
for
I'm
Scarlet.
strong.
It allows
but my
her to
comrades are
near,
stronger.
and I mean near, continuously use her skill 1, which is her, when she reloads, that's the thing that kills Scarlet and her damage, is that darn reload speed. So, being able to have Pravity with the reload is one thing. But if you're going for, like, main story quest, probably the best team you can have, depending on what you have, is probably going to be something like this. So, if you've got the bunny twins, you're probably running something like this. Or you're running something like this.
Fall under my blade.
It's one of these two. But because you've got screen wipe,
Red Hood, engage.
because you've got screen wipe on Noir, you don't always have to necessarily rely on Scarlet. But Scarlet is a better DPSer. But in this case, it's do you need what Red Hood provides, or do you need what Scarlet provides? Litter, Senti, and those three are my story team. Okay, then yeah, you are in a little bit different spot than me, because you don't have Noir and Blanc. Is Ludmilla good? Ludmilla is on par with Guillotine and Modernia on elemental neutral things. Is it worth to go deep on? No. It's just get a copy and walk away. It's not something you need to go, I need to Core 7 this, or I need to MLB this. You don't need that. We ended up getting her, like I said, Kari kind of pushed me to do it just because as a, screw it, I said I'd blow I had 20 tickets. I said screw it, and I got it. But I'm having a harder time, so I'll explain the team comps to you, and you can kind of see where we're going with this. I have the bunny twins, but I don't use them aside. Why? That's literally the team. Literally, it is. This is the team. Bunnies are superior to Senti. Like, infinitely superior to Senti. Like, they are the best combination in the game. This is why this is Team 1. One's a jumping machine gun, two is a laser rain all the time. The other's just shoot and kill. It's a combination of the two. Easy raid. Gravedigger, Stormbreaker to give the difficulty. Yeah, the Gravedigger mechanics are going to be different. I just have to skill them up. I got the gear at least. Okay, so... like, Noir, or Blanc... Blanc is... Like, I would get him at least 4-4 and start using him. Just get him started and get him on your team, because that's more than anything else. And then you can worry about going like 7-7-7 on Blanc. Noir, I think people don't go as deep as I do. I want to say it's like 10. I think people say like 9 roughly. And then a lot of people don't value this because they don't. Some don't think that 14% of the caster's attack continuously boost is worth trying to keep her above 70%. But it depends on where you're at. If she stays above 70% health, this can be good, but a lot of people are like, just get this. Because this is what makes Modernia OP. That you're constantly reloading Modernia with Rabbit Twins B. Okay, so we were talking about teams, and this is kind of where we left off, where me and Kari left off. So my primary, probably one of my hardest hitting teams, is going to be this team right here, which is the Modernia and Red Hood comp. Bunny's playing, you know, a good portion of support here, and same with Litter. But everything really here is to support Modernia more than it is Red Hood. Red Hood's just a single target, just laser cannon damage. And then you have Buzzsaw of Modernia. My second team is the 2B team, which is still a work in progress depending on what we're doing. This slot with Helm is more of a flex slot, depending on the boss. But for the most part, it's going to probably be something around this, depending on what we're doing. If we're looking at, again, we're looking out across 5 teams. Team 3 is going to be my Scarlet Summer Anise team. And this will probably be a really good damaging team as soon as I get Summer Anise leveled up. Also, Dorothy needs to be leveled up, but this has been one because I'm pulling Tia and Naga somewhere else, which you're about to see. Some sort of Snow White one-shot. Again, we've got Helm residing here as just a filler unit. It really comes down to, like, what burst 3 are you wanting to, you know, use? Is it, am I using Maxwell here? Am I using, it's really just a flex spot of some sort, is really what this is. And then Team 5 for me is going to be, depending on if I'm using Miranda or not. Team 5 is going to need to be something here if we're going to run core damage dealing stuff. Since she has to burst, that's the thing. She's not Modernia, who doesn't burst. So I kind of don't like that people complained or people compare her to Modernia, because Modernia's damage isn't her burst. So when they say she does as much damage as Modernia is false. Because if she was to just shoot her machine gun, she's going to be so below Modernia. But as a bursting unit, she does as much damage as Modernia. And this is where those slightly brain-dead idiots come in, that they don't quite grasp the difference. But there is a difference here. You're bursting to keep up with Modernia. That doesn't mean she's better than. It just means she can put up damage with all her kit to keep up with Modernia. So I've got to come up with a burst one that makes sense, and I really don't want to pull Micah. So I might be able to get away with a Summer Mary idea. If I decide to not run the Snow White team, because it does need so much investment, Miranda can pop in here.
Go, Miranda, go!
And then nobody else really does anything for me. Coca doesn't, Exia doesn't, Rosanna doesn't, the original Ludmilla doesn't, Ray doesn't, Jan doesn't, Rupee wouldn't definitely not work here. Soda doesn't work. Mary does work. Miranda works. Jackal for burst generation could work. Rapunzel doesn't work here. Emma doesn't work here. We could technically run Pepper if we absolutely need it, but then noise, volume, Doro, and Litter are all burned and taken. So we're kind of more in the... This team would be waiting for a new burst 1 that's not a limited unit. So... My instinct for now is it's probably gonna be something to do with Mary. Because you've got the affects all water code allies. That's probably what I'm doing. It makes sense. Because I'll give water code allies another chunk of attack. You know, because I'll probably just take her to 444 is what I would end up doing. For long term if nothing comes out.
Do you need help?
But we'll see. That's kind of why we got to the point where I was messing around with pulling. Is if we look at it from a boss killing standpoint, okay, 20 tickets, I didn't really waste much. I didn't really plan to pull more than that. I wasn't going to go pull gems on it. And there was no way I was spending gold tickets right away. So the fact that we got that, okay, I can live with that for a while. But it's a it's something I'm not really looking forward to. I'll put it that way. Like, I'm not really excited about Ludmilla. Because as I was saying, I'm about 80% sure we're gonna get something better than her this summer. Or by summer, we'll have another B3 that will be better.
Watch the pose.
Showtime for no war and fire! Leave no enemy standing! Showtime for no war and fire! Leave no enemy standing!
The easiest of the freaking special interception.
Showtime for no war and together! Attack!
Just pop core and chill on the side.
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Tetra damage glove. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where my issue is. I have, for somebody starting off, yeah, I can get it. If you don't have Modernia, it's probably a decent help. But is it worth...
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Missless support boots. Okay, come on.
One again!
Abnormal support gloves. Thanks, game. Thanks. Alright, now I just need a Tetra Helm and volume's back to fully geared. What was it? It was missless something, missless support, I believe. Yeah. Gotta love those abnormal pieces. You know, here's the thing. This isn't all the abnormal I've had either. I foddered a ton of abnormal gear. But it's so dumb at how much of this crap you get. And we can't do this without foddering that stuff, so she'll get overloaded probably tomorrow. Is where she'll get, where is that ping? Oh, it's Ludmilla. Skip, don't care. Alright. Okay, next. We need, oh yeah, I need to check the shop for litter. So I need to see if I can buy a litter dupe.
Welcome to the Raise and Rebuild.
You can take your time, Commander.
Let's see here. It is Mary, Firma, Volume, Unwa, Polly. No. Nope, not today. Litter dupe soon, TM. Soon. I mean, your luck's kind of cracked, so I kind of believe it myself. I believe. Alright, let's go over and spam through all this crap. Literally, and I was actually, and this is something even I was talking with Kari about. She's like, this story is very skippable. She's like, let's take a moment for a moment of fan service.
I'll follow you closely, teacher.
0 point to this story. Like, it doesn't even have like a... There's no call to arms reason for it. Now, maybe they're gonna do that in the second half, but this just feels like your typical anime
Okay, let's go.
OVA. You pulled Maxwell? Nice.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Any iguanas over there?
Okay. Yep, it really is.
If we work together, this will be a walk in the park.
But I just feel like they did such a better job
I'll
on
show you the way.
Miracle of Snow that makes this feel like kind of like crap. Ludmilla for you would probably be the most desirable. But I wouldn't go chasing super deep for it. You are in a very interesting space, because you have a bunch of crap. Right? Yeah, you don't want to go chasing after Anne, and you definitely don't want, you definitely don't want to get Rupee. Rupee's horrible. Dating sim sucks. And you don't even really need her. That's the thing. You don't really need Noah. Hello there, how's it going? Yeah, TGIF for those who don't waste their souls. Alright, we need to find one glittery piece. Where is thy glitter? There.
Coming.
Oh yeah, the aesthetic inside the area is amazing. The story itself is trash. Like, this is cool, what they did here. They did a great job with it. This reminds me... Speaking of that special arena, I gotta shuffle that again. I got so many units since then. Yep. Primal urge to recreate this in Minecraft. I mean, it could be done. And I'm sure you could do that in a stream too. Just one off, just done. Because, you know, it's Flutterdash. Alright. So we've got both mission passes taken care of. Alright, come on, SSR. Not even gonna complain. Is that MLB Uni? No, Uni's Core 2 now? What is this madness?
There's Mihara. Is she here?
Now I can punch things even harder.
That's disgusting.
I'm still growing.
I bet you are. Something's still growing with me, but that's beside the point. Alright, so we've got, let's see. By limit break. Core 5, this will be Core 4 in the... Screenshots of what? Is it true Ludmilla is like Modernia in a way? Okay, I'm gonna explain it how people are not explaining this to you. So, what they're saying is true, okay? Follow this very carefully. When we're talking about Ludmilla's damage right now, they're saying this. Oh, screenshots for Flutter? Oh, yeah. She is doing equal damage roughly to Modernia and Guillotine. Okay? Now, let's put the context behind this so that you don't go, more damage, and just not think about this. Yes, it's true. She can be the top DPS on a team. But let's rewind this thought real quick. And then you see how this doesn't play out. Modernia, you do not burst Modernia unless you absolutely have to. Which is why most people do a very low skill set here. Because the only thing that matters is the skill 1. This is where the damage comes from, is the skill 1. You can 10-10-10 Modernia, but it's not going to make that big a difference. And even bursting her, she loses damage. So Modernia is the highest off-burst DPS unit in the game currently, which is why, you know, we have the... Where is it? Right here. We have the Modernia difference. The Modernia difference is literally going in and being a buzzsaw, never having to do anything, and out DPSing your entire team. Now, when they compare this number with Ludmilla and Guillotine, they're comparing it against bursting units. Meaning, you are going in to Ludmilla's kit. Let's go find her here. And you are looking at her burst here of gaining that 62% attack to self for 10 seconds. So when somebody says she is doing as much damage, they're missing the one small fact of bursting. Because if she's not bursting, she's not doing the damage of Modernia. So you can't technically do what Modernia is doing. But in a bursting sense, yes, she can keep up with Guillotine and Modernia, which makes her a top damage dealer. Yes. Now, you give her type advantage, and of course she's gonna dunk on Modernia and Guillotine. She has type advantage. It wouldn't be fair. It would be like saying, let's go grab type advantage for Modernia, or type advantage for Guillotine, and let's compare them. Of course they're gonna look better. But that's why nobody's comparing it on type advantage. They're only comparing it on type neutral. So, as long as we understand that, yes, on equal terms, as a bursting MG burst 3, yes, she is on par with doing the same damage as Modernia. But Modernia never bursts. So until we find one that... Because I guarantee you, they'll never make a bursting burst 3 that's a non-pilgrim that will out DPS Modernia on an off burst and burst. That won't happen unless it's a pilgrim. So, as far as Ludmilla is concerned, from what I've been hearing from my whale friends, is she worth having for boss killing? Yes. Is she worth having for story clear? She is not for story clear. She's not that unit. You've got other units that do that way better in the game. But for Union Raid, Solo Raid, in one of your Solo Raid 5 teams, yes, she will. So, got it. So she's like Tribe Tower use for me then. So it'd be Tribe Tower, Union Raid, and Solo Raid. Depending on what you have built and what you can build. She'll be one of the 3 teams for Union Raid, and she'll be one of your 5 teams for Solo Raid. Or when you're in a random story position and it's a fire boss or it's a water boss or anything. Story clear is screen wipe stuff. So it'd be like Red Hood, Modernia, Noir. You can use Sugar was a decent unit to have in there. Summer and East can be used pretty well. You can use the Small White for that. Can definitely help out. So it's it's where you're invested into. If you have Haran, Haran's a great wave clearer. So you need to make sure that is wave clear. You have to look at what's your issue when you're doing these stages. Are you losing because there's just too many ads on screen? Okay, well, you need to focus more on full screen wipe stuff. Are you losing because you just can't DPS the boss down? Okay, you need single target damage. You have to look at where you are, because there is a set team, and it's really litter, Blanc Noir, add 2 burst 3s, and figure it out. That's your story clearing team, as well as you can technically use Tia Naga, chuck in a burst 1, chuck in 2 bursting burst 3s, and go for it. You can do that aspect. So that's the main 2 story clearing teams. You can use the litter Senti tech if you want, but you have to play Senti. Not a lot of people want to play Senti. They want to just full auto. So it doesn't give quite the value that it should. So we are going to go clean up our story and get started today. And you'll see what we're talking about as we go through and beat some of these stages, how we have to...
I'll show you the way.
You're at 17.7, that should do more story. You should always be pushing story when you can, so that you can keep raising your outpost defense, so that your AFK time is more valuable.
A good student listens well.
Is this the right way?
4th unit broke the 160 wall. Nice, congratulations. Like, you should be pushing at least once a month. You should go in and do a check. And that's just because you want to keep adding every 5 stages is an outpost level, which means more AFK currency saved up for later. And that's a big deal. And like, right here,
Let's keep the momentum going. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
we had Modernia off not shooting at that thing, which is why she died.
Did you see that? I'm strong.
You have
but
12
my
units at 2
comrades are
stars.
stronger.
Then what I would recommend, Hellcrest, is get through December. If you can make it through December, the 28th patch, December 28th patch, and it's not a pilgrim, I would recommend probably doing a pretty hefty summon session on normal banner. If that is a pilgrim there.
Yes, Commander. Is this the right way?
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Come on, let's go.
Is this the right way?
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Are you ready? Then let's go.
I
Alright,
feel like
I'm
we're
really
gonna
gonna have
hit
to
the
find a
jackpot
map
with
for this
these
place
guys.
because I'm missing some and I don't know where they are. And I'm trying to not get you guys to not pull for anything, but I just want you guys to know,
As long as
Modernia
you have
dropped
me,
last
you'll
year,
never
December
lose this
29th.
round.
It was a unprecedented move, so we can't really say that it will be there.
Showtime for no
I got too excited.
Right. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Listen, Aaron is...
Oh no.
Aaron's luck right now is very stupid. Her ability to... Her and her husband's ability to pull units is...
I may look
Dumb.
like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime,
Hubby gets the
anywhere.
itch, he walks over, clicks it, it sparks gold. She finally starts getting the itch, it walks over, and on a single, it sparks gold.
I feel like we're gonna hit the
Are
jackpot.
you ready? Then let's go.
When we
go
talk
make
they get the
ourselves
itch,
some luck.
they need to summon. Because it normally sparks for him. Although she did get the shaft. I will admit, she did kind of get the shaft on Red.
Careful.
Oh my god. Where's her bra? Where's the back support,
They
mind you?
just developed something like
Salamathi Sims for
Time
lady.
for no
Whoops, I got too excited.
Nice.
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove.
They're robots. Their frames are infinitely better. That's what you need to tell them. Like, look, they're robots. Their frames are better designed than our spines. They can handle all that weight up in their chest. And it's just where they store their ammunition. Let's be real. You want to know where they store it? It's there. They got a bag of holding in there, and they're just constantly pulling it out.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
And they got me was the single pull. That was the line. Hey, I know that idea. You do know that idea very well.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Yeah, I'm missing 4.
Is this the right way?
I feel like we're
Are
gonna.
you ready? Then let's go.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
As long as you have me, you'll never lose this round.
If I had the choice.
Oh no! I was just
Every
getting
time
into
just
the
pulls
groove.
out of throwing axe.
Time for no war and together. Attack!
Good.
Man.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? I better
Touch my
reload.
Time for no war and attack! Up together, let 'em have it!
Goodbye.
Time for no war and attack!
You did.
Bolt, we won again.
Oh my god, bless you. Thank you, Hellcrest. I will,
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Is this the right way?
I think I already know one I missed. Just looking at that.
Come on, let's go.
Is this the right way?
I think it's back here. Okay, so while we're in here, so there's one back behind Enoch. I got that one in the corner. I don't know if I got this one by the doorway. I might actually
Come
have
on,
them
let's
all.
go.
Let's go make ourselves some
This would be
luck.
the only one if I didn't grab. It's this one. Okay. And then we got that one. So I'm missing one outside. I'm missing one outside somewhere.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Let's see if I've missed an obvious one. All right. Okay, so let's look at the map. So there's one back here.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys. Let's go make ourselves
Ah,
some
there it is.
Is this the right way?
Okay. So now all I need is the one
Sure
behind
can
Enoch.
tucker you out.
So I wasn't too far off from having this thing completely
I
cleaned
feel like
up.
we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Also, make sure to go do your relic stuff. Your relics are very important, and the reason I say that is because you can get a bunch of gems from doing your relics.
I feel like we're gonna
And I
hit
mean
the
a
jackpot.
bunch.
I don't think this will proceed to.
Is this the right way?
Aw, snap, here we go. I've been waiting for this.
Well, well, what do we have here? You're the one from Eden, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Nihilister. You recovered faster than I thought you would.
Hmm? How did you know about that? Wait a moment. You're the one who snuck up on me, weren't you?
That's right. You've got so many exposed vital areas, it was like shooting fish in a barrel.
You're quite a crack shot. So good, in fact, that you were able to hit the exact spot I wanted you to. Dead nuts.
You allowed yourself to get shot?
Of course. How else was I supposed to play dead and have it be convincing? I knew these morons would take me to the Ark straight away to try and start dissecting me. No flames are hot enough for these puny insects. But I must admit, the never-ending stupidity of humans never ceases to amuse me. They always end up getting too greedy and tripping over themselves.
Nice.
You didn't have to drag me all the way here, though.
Hold on. Bring that back up.
You know what it feels like to have your head dragged across the ground for miles? It's no picnic.
You're going through an awful lot of trouble.
Oh, believe me, for what I'm planning, it's all gonna be worth it.
I won't bother asking. You're going to fail anyway.
Is that what you think?
Wait. Where did your weapons go?
You only noticed that just now. You're dumber than I thought. I had to feed them, so they'd grow big and strong.
Excuse me. Proceed to MMR immediately. There's a large amount of alpha particles emitting from deep inside MMR. It's impossible to conduct any scans, so the current situation is unclear. The Ark is rallying its forces and dispatching them to MMR. Please hurry and meet with them. There is. That's why I contacted you directly.
Tell us.
The alpha particle concentration there is some of the highest we've ever seen. We only saw numbers like this a few times before. One of those instances was during an engagement with a heretic Indivilia. During this skirmish, Indivilia was seriously injured due to a joint attack from Matisse and Absolute. As it fled, it began reversing the damage it sustained. At that time, ultra-high concentrations of alpha particles were observed. It jams all communication devices in the immediate vicinity and shuts down most of a Nikke's functions. It operates essentially as a smokescreen to buy itself time to retreat. Material H, which is also being kept secure in the Atlas cage, is a fragment of the heretic Indivilia. Nihilister's intention all along was to get access to MMR's core. She faked her own death in order to gain access to that place. It can be presumed that her ultimate goal is to make off with Material H and use it to resurrect Indivilia. If that happens, we will have 2 heretics inside the Ark. Precisely. The worst case scenario? The Ark will be damaged.
Who remembers Material
beyond
H
repair.
from way back?
Dorothy's last known location was MMR. If it comes down to it, unite with a Pilgrim Dorothy to defeat the heretics. I will be focusing on clearing up the alpha particles near you and your squad. Even then, the concentration will remain high, but there should be no major effects on any of your primary functions. Please hurry.
Is anyone else not okay with this? We don't even have Pow Pows. What are we gonna do if there really are 2 heretics waiting for us in there?
I know.
Huh? We've beaten a heretic before. We can do it again.
I know exactly what we can
You're
do.
right. Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
I'm not scared so long as Noir's here with me.
It's only if we had another pilgrim there. Damn.
Better reload.
One showtime for Noir and Together. Attack!
That was simple enough.
If only.
How do you reload again?
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
One showtime for Noir and Together.
Oops, I got too excited. I got too excited.
If only we had another pilgrim we could summon. Where's Snow White when we need her? Oh well. Maybe if I just drop my pants, Horny Nun will show
I
up.
feel like we're
Are
gonna.
you ready? Then let's go.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
If only there was another pilgrim.
Visual confirmation on Material H.
Alpha particle concentration confirmed as well. It's a little high, but shouldn't pose a problem with our battle functions. Nihilister didn't waste any time redecorating the place. It hasn't become a heretic just yet, so we're only dealing with one, just like before. I guess things could be worse.
Alright, so I'm gonna stop for a second. Twitch has an ad running for a minute, and this is like the moment, so we're gonna wait just a minute for that ad to drop, and then we're gonna start up. We're gonna start it up here in just a second. Because this is like there's a 55-second ad remaining. Well, this is the point where if you have a Twitch Prime, you can bypass all ads here. Ads help out the channel. You'd be shocked at how much I get off of ads. Seriously. Got about 30 seconds left. And, yeah, y'all aren't gonna want to miss this. Like I said, I already know this. Everything, I already know all this. You're not gonna want to miss this. You're not gonna want to miss the next chapter. And you sure don't want to miss the other chapter. It's pretty nuts. Just slide a slub for the plot. Yeah, no, I don't really like doing that. Normally I'd let it go, but hey, this is the big important moment, people. y'all need to see this. Now, some of y'all don't have ads because, you know, you're on other platforms. All right, so let's continue on.
Dorothy, near MMR.
Let's send this heretic home crying for her mama. Yeah.
It's time, Commander. Encounter.
It's time.
Time for no war.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Time for no war. And stop. Time for no war. And stop. Time for no war.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Let's give you a little pat.
All right, boys and girls, it's time. Oh, come on. Don't make me melt this.
Time for no war.
Let's keep the
And
momentum
there we
going.
go. Red Hood, let's go.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm.
All right, I'm all fired up. Let's go. Oh, hey, I ranked up. Lore accurate fight, by the way. The journey was totally there.
All clear. Material H is no longer active.
At least we've taken care of the urgent part. Next up, Nihilate. Hey, you guys. Don't you think it's a bit odd? What? Didn't Enix say all the Ark's forces were coming here? How come no one's here?
Commander, contact Enoch.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? What the? The entire building is collapsing!
It's a setup.
They fashioned a room! It's an illusion? So that thing we just took out...
Was an illusion. Meant to distract us. We're too late.
Nihilister, are you there?
It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm full.
Small wonder, considering how many Nikkes you gorged on. Those poor saps kept coming like a conveyor belt. They might as well have been begging, please, eat me!
Are there any more?
Of course. The Ark is full of Nikkes. Let's see... How about we start with these ones?
Sure.
If only we had
This body
help.
has been reconstructed. So there should be no more absorption function. I can't believe I'm using a sword instead of a tentacle. What a fool.
Well, forget it. I can take my time to get familiar with it.
Commander! Look at that heretic's tail. It's in the shape of a sword. That's what got Anise and Neon. It's incredibly fast, so be careful. It's okay. They're not dead yet. If we're not too late, they can live.
Yes? We have nothing on record. The Matisse and Absolute Squad are en route to your location, but it will be 20 minutes before they arrive.
Well, they're useless.
Even with their assistance, your victory is far from assured. She is setting up a sniper's nest, 1 kilometer away.
Good to see you, human.
Harambe!
Meeting you in the Ark brings back memories. How are things? Have you been well? So sorry to disappoint you.
Great. Now there's 3 of them. You there.
It's time.
Rappy, was it? Cover me. I'll buy us some time.
No, you cover me.
What?
Enoch,
Yes?
mark the closest ejection elevators going up from the Ark to the surface. Dorothy and I will drive the heretics and Chatterbox over there. Once we get them trapped in one of the elevators, send it up and blow up the shaft leading up to the surface.
There's no way that plan will work.
You're wrong. It is possible. Commander, you have to find me. Inputting liberation code. Operating level increasing to limit of sub-generator.
Here you
Secret
go.
body. Activate!
Recognition complete. Codename Red Hood. Fully active. 10 minutes remaining. After that, control must be transferred to another host.
More than enough time.
What is that?
Time to finish this.
What the holy mother of... What is this?
What the hell is going on?
What are you?
Thanks for the gift. You're not welcome here. Dorothy!
Coming.
This should have been. Totally. Could you imagine this animated cutscene?
Am I falling behind?
Enoch, now!
Opening surface elevator. Ejecting. Elevator ejection complete. Surface reached. Route has been destroyed and cordoned off. The two heretics and Chatterbox have been ejected from the Ark.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Oh,
Swimming
and
sure
now
can tucker you
comes
out.
the fun part. So, this is what we had up until Red Ash's event. Now we enter post Red Ash event. So, before we do that, let's go pop that chest in case we get something good. Please don't be a disappointment. I would hate for this chest to be a disappointment. Come on. No, I don't want your stuff. No, I don't want your stuff. Tetra Defender. I don't think that's any good. Tetra Defender. Alright, whatever. Yeah, at least you're somewhat usable. Alright.
Is that all there is to report?
Yes, that's all, sir.
Very well. How are you two feeling?
We're fine. Just a bit of lingering dizziness. I'm A-okay.
I'm glad. Both of you did well. Now get some
Darn.
rest.
All right, we'll be on our way. See you later.
Bye. As soon as Nihilista entered the Ark, Dorothy showed up. Dorothy defeated Nihilista, who got transferred to MMR. Soon after, Dorothy heads to the MMR, whereupon Nihilista, Indivilia, and Chatterbox are all revived. It's too much of a coincidence. Enoch,
Oh, that sucks.
Yes?
what is the probability that Nihilista is working with Dorothy?
After a thorough assessment, I have determined there is a high probability. There is also a significant possibility that they both intend on overthrowing the Ark. Nothing has shown up to prove this conclusively, however.
Okay. Thank you.
Might I offer a suggestion?
What is it?
We must prepare, in the event the heretics show up again.
I understand your rationale, but the Ark is in complete disarray right now. I'm not sure if we have the capabilities necessary to...
I have a plan. In light of the current situation, I have determined that we lack the necessary physical strength. The Ark's autonomous weaponry failed to respond in any meaningful way. We require a greater physical force that can respond to this type of emergency.
Are you suggesting we increase the number of autonomous weapons?
No. I'm suggesting that we increase the production of Nikkes.
But Nikkes are being produced as we speak. Ah,
I am suggesting that we produce new Nikkes of my own design. I will also operate them myself. There is sufficient data for their production. The same goes for their operation. With your approval, I can complete production within the week.
how many units do you have in mind?
2.
Is that all?
That is all the force that will be required for the Ark's defensive purposes.
Ah. Very well. You have my approval. A lot of people died today. But we lost a lot of Nikkes too. The greater our defensive forces, the better.
We are unable to trace the whereabouts of those who were ejected up to the surface. The fact that none of them has returned must mean something has happened. I assume you intend to go find Dorothy and Rappy. Good. We can use you tracking down the Pilgrim as a pretext. Any idea where you would start? Okay. I will let you handle it. Huh. It's just as you said. You'll need to bring Rappy back in more ways than one. I can't tell you much more than that, unfortunately.
Yes, you can. You could.
It's something that could send the entire Ark toppling down.
But you could tell me.
That has nothing to do with me. This is classified information of the highest order. I am not in the position to divulge anything. But if while carrying out an assignment, a special operations unit chances upon the information, then that would mean the information has been leaked, and there is nothing I can do about that. Good. Oh, and one more thing. Anderson has apparently come to. He's likely to call you over to his room soon, so just a heads up.
I'm only just getting some movement back. You've got some nerve asking me to come here. My head is killing me.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, you're the one who's going to judge me? Really? Using AI? You think I'm just gonna roll over and accept whatever ruling you toss out? I'm Suin, the CEO of Miscellus. You do know how important Miscellus is to the Ark, don't you? If something happens to me, then the Ark is done for. You got that? Keep that in mind when you're making your judgment. My head is pounding, so let's get the show on the road.
I will make my judgment. First, you intentionally lured Raptures into the Ark for the benefit of Miscellus. Second, you were unable to take care of your own squad and prevent the attacks on the Ark. Third, you personally attempted to destroy exotic squad members in order to cover your tracks. Fourth, you neglected your own wardress squad and failed to prevent a shelter incident. Your actions have resulted in a terrible loss of human life and material resources. On the basis of these facts, a search has shown that there are no cases perfectly matching this incident. This case will be judged on its own merits. The judgment made is as follows.
Yeah, can we wrap this up? Just tell me how much the fine is so I can be on my way.
You will be turned into a Nikke. As you have made great contributions to the Ark in the past, your brain will not be subjected to a memory wipe. You will be turned into a Nikke.
Known this was coming for a long time. but hearing it's still painful. This is where all those rumors you've been hearing about Suen becoming a Nikke. Right here.
However, your propensity for illicit actions and thoughts are likely to cause further issues, so we will calibrate it through Nymph. You will become a Nikke and be stripped of your position as CEO of Macillus Industry. You will be placed under the commander of the Special Division Counters. That is all.
No. Anybody but me. I don't want her. Take her back. She's defective. Oh, I've not wanted to see those words for a very long time. I've been trying to dodge this, but it's happening.
What in the blue hell? What is this? How the hell did this even happen?
It's Red Life 1700. Thank you for your request. Welcome to the stream.
Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
We've achieved our primary goal. We've been revived.
But what about my pride? I scampered off with my tail between my legs!
I thought you gave up any notion of pride when you played dead and let yourself be dragged all that way.
You better shut your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
My apologies.
Chatterbox.
What?
Who on earth was that thing? What was up with her head turning red? She went berserk.
I'm not sure myself. It's my first time seeing that.
You don't know? So that's it.
Seems so.
Well, go and find out! Nothing gets through this half-breed's thick skull if you say it nicely.
I don't see why it's necessary to use slurs.
Well, I do. What are you gonna do to me? You should all be thanking me. I'm the one who provided all that tasty grub for you two. You're only here because of me. Without me, you'd both be in a scrap heap being dismantled for spare parts. So for the last time, go find out about that crimson son of a bitch!
I don't answer to you. The only orders I follow are those from the Queen.
What are you blabbering about? The Queen doesn't even know who you are.
I don't care. I've been saved by the Queen. I had lost my way and was on the verge of dying, but the Queen saved me. So, she's the only one who gets to order me around. Not you.
Whoa. Well done for you and your commendable sense of loyalty.
Nihilister. It appears these parts are slow to regenerate.
What? Alright. It could be because it's a main part. I hate to keep repeating myself, but don't forget, it's these parts that saved your lives.
I see. The armed part is gone. Chatterbox?
Yes.
Aren't you hungry?
Actually, now that I think about it, I am a little hungry.
What are you two on about? Don't you dare! Stay back! I said, stay away from me!
Who remembers this from the trailer? Yeah, this is why I said this chapter didn't need to get put out right away. Just delay it a little bit so that they got through and didn't get that. And then this pretty much seals everything.
Come in. Hey there. I knew you'd be caught off guard, but you're more shocked than I thought you'd be. It's almost reassuring in a way. Feel free to take a seat. Or if you'd rather stand there stupefied, be my guest. You'll have to excuse the current state I'm in. I'm undergoing treatment. Very well. You're probably wondering what all these are. They're life support devices. Without them, I wouldn't last 30 minutes. For a while, I was fine being disconnected for nearly 2 hours at a time, but it's gone a bit downhill since the blood transfusion. Don't feel too sorry for me. This was the best option available at the time. These devices are powered by the Ark's internal power grid. Due to recent happenings, the resulting temporary power outage caused my life support to shut down for a while. The timing couldn't have been worse. As you can see, I made it through, but I now have to undergo emergency treatment. I apologize that I couldn't be of more help at the time. It's a long story as to how I ended up like this. In time, I'll tell you all about it. Back to the issue at hand. You've performed admirably. Unfortunately, sacrifices had to be made, but at least we've managed to hold on. Well done. Now, to the most pressing matter at hand. I want you to reclaim the surface. For good. Even a small plot of land will suffice, so long as you're able to reclaim it. We have the means to accomplish this. You've been to Eden, so I don't think I need to provide a lengthy explanation. So long as we have the optical camouflage provided by the Pilgrims, we have the means to reclaim the surface. Now is precisely the right time. We've managed to hold off both the Raptures and the Heretics. This is a landmark victory for the Ark. The public is coming back around regarding their stance on Nikke's. However, the Ark also suffered many losses. Resources, manpower, and other accumulated assets. For now, we are turning a blind eye to the fallout because we're drunk on our victory. However, these setbacks will come back to haunt us. When that happens, the situation will become uncontrollable. This success actually poses a problem. The people will wonder why we didn't go and strike out when we had our chance. The people will question our motives. It's been over a century since humanity was trapped underground. For most of that time, we didn't have a clear idea of the situation up on the surface, but now it has become quite clear. Everyone will start asking why we're not venturing out when it is clearly doable. There are even rumblings of this nature within the central government. They do. But as you well know, we have no chance of emerging victorious. Despite this, everyone is talking. Once hope starts bubbling to the surface, there's no stopping it. That's why I want you to reclaim a part of the surface. Just a part. When the time comes, it will serve as a deterrent to our opponents. And also become a seed that will produce new hope. I'm not asking you to do it right now. I know you still have to go find Rappy. Take your time. First, determine a target location. The further away from the Ark, the better. Somewhere with a self-sustaining environment would be ideal. Sorry to drop this all in your lap. Now, if you don't mind, I have a meeting. Actually, I just have to focus on my treatment.
That's how the commander stayed alive for 100 years.
Me? My body is in tip-top shape. Sure, I remember. Master, are you okay? Rappy went into overdrive and, with Dorothy's help, drove her away from the Ark. That's why we had to go find Rappy. I was fighting Nihilister and Chatterbox. Come to think of it, whatever happened to those two? I must have driven them away. Am I the bane of the heretic's existence?
Yes. Sure.
Are you sure you're okay, Master? Commander? Can we talk for a bit? Sure. No, I want to speak to him alone. Huh? You're not going out to eat or something without me, are you? No. It's about Neon. When she died, I think the nymph fabricated her memories. That's why she doesn't remember her body being bisected. According to her memory, she was fighting the entire way through. Just act as if you don't know anything. That's what I believe, yes.
Makes sense.
There have been cases where Nikkes have experienced multiple deaths, and it becomes dangerous for them to carry those memories. This is considered one of Nymph's functions. Me? I remember everything. I'm not sure how, but somehow I remained in battle mode even after I was sliced in half. So, I remember all of it. What Rappy did, and what happened to her afterwards. It's unsettling. Part of my body is lying somewhere else, but I am still able to see and hear everything. And I'm powerless to do anything. Shortly after that, I lost consciousness. When I came to, I'm back to normal. It's a traumatic memory. Like waking up from a terrible nightmare. But I know that it wasn't a dream. Which only makes it more unsettling. Don't worry about me, Commander. I've already died several times before. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm used to it, but I've gotten to the point where I can endure it. So, hurry up. We have to find Rappy. Let's go.
No,
What's
no,
in that box you have?
no.
I just noticed it.
No. No. Counter Squad's full. I don't know what they're thinking. They've mathed wrong. It's a clerical error. Counter Squad's full. I have no room for punching bags.
Whatever it is, it must be valuable, considering how tightly you're holding on to it. Why would you need that? Are you feeling sick? When you see Rappy, you have to give her a shot? She's not going to go on a rampage and destroy everything, is she? Of course not. But that usually happens whenever you have to give someone a shot. You get shots when you're sick. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Just in case, Commander, I want to confirm. Neon and I are the only ones who are going to find Rappy and Dorothy, right? Any chance we could get some reinforcements? I'd like some too. I feel uneasy going with just Denise.
We could, but the issue would be they can turn their pain sensors off, so you'd just be punching mech at that point. So what's the point in it? She can't feel pain anymore. Unless you stop them from turning off their pain sensors. What's the point in the punching bag?
Hey! Not cool! But as far as the official story is concerned, we're chasing after Dorothy. A pilgrim who entered the Ark. The top brass aren't going to let that slide. Surely they'd be willing to allocate more resources to chasing her down? Sounds like things are getting serious. Well, what we're doing is serious too. The least they could do is send the scouts to tag along. What the? What is it? Look over there. You'll be just as surprised. What in the world? Told you. Well, well. Look who it is. You're nothing if not tenacious. I heard you were injured. What inspired you to hobble over here so quickly?
Yeah.
How are you trying to screw us over this time?
Yeah.
Let me show you. Whoa! What is all this stuff? We've got a tent, high-concentrate Splendimin, a water purification device, high-capacity batteries, a MMR-certified medical kit, and a spinner suitcase? I've seen those in a ton of commercials! They never tell you the price, though. I went to the store wanting to buy one, but came out disappointed because they were so expensive. Looks like Matisse is going on quite the mission. Have you come to gloat about it? I heard you were going up to the surface to chase after that pilgrim. I thought these might help. I brought what I could. Well, there aren't too many of you, so I packed things that would be easy to carry.
They're such...
Huh? Just take it already. I had my best quality control guys choose them. What are you talking about? I'm providing support.
Did they survive the cake? Kind of.
Roger. Okay. Hey, wait! That hurts! Let's talk. Just for a moment.
If it ends in me punching your face, say less.
Just for a minute. Please. Just for a little while.
And so this
Take
is where
that
this
stuff with you. It'll be a lifesaver, I'm telling you. Would you just do me a solid and take it? Otherwise, I'm dead meat.
This was a great photo.
If you don't take that stuff, they're gonna turn me into one of those rust buckets. Edek, she'll... Enoch passed judgment. She's going to turn me into a Nikke. She'll strip me of my CEO title and demote me so that I'll be working under you. So help me out. I know that, but she gave me a way out. If I help you out and listen to everything you say until you are satisfied, and if you say you're okay, she will cancel her judgment.
Okay, done. Great, we're good. Bye. Get out of my hair. I don't want you
Look,
anywhere near me.
I know you hate me, but not enough to want me dead, do you? If I die, my death will weigh on your consciousness. Well, it is to me! I'll do anything you tell me to. Please. I get why you're confused. This is all so sudden. Just take those with you. We can talk later, okay? Just give me a call if you need anything, alright? And if Enoch asks, just tell her you're thinking about it. Please.
Oh no, no. There's no thinking about this. I don't want you as Nikke in my squad. Get out. Get out.
Yes? In light of Suin's crimes, I have made a ruling. Allow me to explain. Missilus Industry is a vital entity within the Ark that we cannot go without. To replace the CEO of such a company on short notice is not possible due to lack of personnel. Alternatively, were the CEO to be ousted by force, operations at Missilus would suffer greatly. If Missilus were to collapse, then the Ark would soon suffer the same fate. I intentionally issued a false ruling to Suin.
Thank you.
I am currently not allowed to penalize Suin in such a way that would permanently alter her position at the company. However, considering the severity of her actions, and in light of this recent incident, something must be done. In formulating my ruling, I combined all of the things that I knew Suin would detest the most. I also decided
Enoch
to
is
have her assist the
5-head.
squad that boasted the greatest accomplishments, which is the counters. If it avoids the need to resign as CEO and being turned into a Nikke, Suin will do everything in her power to support you. Be sure to use her to your advantage. I'm afraid I do not understand. That is correct. The basis of this decision was primarily founded on my subjective judgment.
As a punching bag. I can do that as long as I'm okay. Punching bag is a great idea.
That is a fallacy. No one except for you and me is aware of the mendacious nature of this judgment. I personally will never disclose this to anyone. As long as you don't say something, there won't be an issue. In addition, this judgment is hardly something that poses a disadvantage to you. Both Missilus Industries' resources and expertise are in a league of their own. This incident in the Ark was clearly orchestrated by a third party. I am an AI whose every decision regarding the Ark is based solely on objective facts. Despite this, there has always been a small group that has been above the law, and they were all members of the ruling class. With any matter pertaining to them, objective judgments are an impossibility. Because the criteria of what constitutes right and wrong are constantly adjusted to suit their needs. If this continues, there is nothing preventing a similar incident from occurring again. Should that come to pass, the fallout would be catastrophic. My primary objective is to protect the Ark. I realize that my slavish dedication to the rules set forth in the Ark has hitherto proven a major hindrance. It is for this reason that henceforth I will proceed according to my own judgment. That's not true. My subjective judgments will be the new objectivity. A fair accusation. Hence, I wish to put a safety measure in place. You.
Huh?
If you determine that I have
Oh, I
gone too
remember this.
far, go find Ink. She will take care of the rest. That's right. I am asking you to keep a close eye on me. I am putting my trust in you.
What did Suin say? Does she have something up her sleeve?
Yeah?
Are we actually
I had
allowed to
something
take
up mine.
these? you sure it's okay? There aren't any hidden explosives in them. I've confirmed that much.
How in the world did you figure that out?
Sounds like we're gonna have a Terminator
With
event
my,
at some point.
firepower sensor.
If you're going to lie, at least try to sound confident so people will buy it. Then, are we leaving now?
We have power over
It'd
Skynet.
probably be a good idea to check the area where the escape elevator emerged from.
Good idea. There might be some clues left behind. We could end up running into another heretic or chatterbox, though. Hey, what's gotten into you? This is where you start blustering about your firepower.
Oh, right. I guess my firepower sensor is a bit overworked.
Okay.
In that case, let's go.
Yes. We now have the power over Enoch, basically. If Enoch steps out of line, we go to her sister, and her sister will terminate Enoch.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Come on,
Alright, so let's
go.
see where the start of the power curve is here.
Shall we roll the dice?
Alright, so we're at 216,000, so it jumped 10,000
Swimming
power
sure can tucker
just
you out,
going
Scout.
into this stage.
Come on, let's go.
So that means this will be like 225, 235 by the end of it.
I'll share my luck with everyone.
Which means this was like 245. Jeez.
Showtime for no one.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Better reload.
Showtime for no one.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
But yeah, soon becoming a unit.
Bolt, we won again.
Becoming a unit. It'll be a great April Fool's joke, I promise you that. It'd be basically like them releasing a actual OP version of Shifty.
Game on. Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Totally could happen. But I promise you, if Suin ever does become a unit, I would never use her. I don't care if she is the best unit
I
in
don't
the
think
game.
I'll ever get used to fighting.
I would never, ever, ever use Suin. Just like Alice. I refuse to use Alice. Book it? Okay. Now that would actually be pretty fun.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Showtime for no one.
You can dominate us, you can make us do all sorts of things. Still hate me code. Excuse me?
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Swimming Scout.
Come on, let's go.
Good idea.
That would be a
I'm not
funny
detecting
one.
any raptures in the area.
So we're good to go? Wait a moment.
What is it?
I think there's something up ahead.
What do you mean? I'm not picking up anything. Commander, is there anything marked on the map?
Can I see the map for a moment, Master? This mark here. What was it?
What mark? I don't see anything.
Look here. The color is slightly different. I think I heard something about this. Ah, now I remember. It's a minefield.
Did you say minefield? As if you step on one and it's time to kiss your butt goodbye?
Yep. Meaning we could be in big trouble if we went this way.
I hate to have to say this, Commander, but do you think we may be in over our heads here? At the very least, we'd fare better if we had an operator.
Should we secretly ask Exia for help?
I heard she was helping Enoch with something. So she's probably busy.
Yeah.
Still, it wouldn't hurt to ask, would it? Maybe that would be asking too much of her.
Precisely.
Last stage is 231. I might be able to beat this.
Then maybe we should... you know...
Huh? Yes, you're right.
1:15 a.m. Oof. Mission failed successfully.
Okay.
I'll also make sure that my firepower sensor is on full alert. Let's bet on who'd win.
They were gone. Mission failed successfully.
Better reload.
Time for no one.
I mean, you probably were snoring and they said, nah, I'm out.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Time for no
Let's keep the momentum going. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Sorry, time for no one.
Let's keep the momentum going.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Yes, yes, it does.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys. Scout!
Come on, let's go.
Doesn't matter how hot it gets, I'll always succeed.
Better reload.
Showtime for no one. Let's give you a little pat.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Showtime for no one. Oops, I got too excited. I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime,
It's so
anywhere.
hard to do that in games. And make them truly, like, useful. Like, in a way, you could technically say that Outer Plane did that. But then it voids out the necessity to have the SSRs in certain, or in their case, 3 stars in certain functions. But I mean, in fairness, that's how gacha games are designed. You have 2 sets of units that are near completely useless. It'll help you out in the early game, but it's meant to go no further than that. And then everything else is based off of the main rarity of the game. It's very hard to build a gacha game and 2, be able to not do that.
Come on, let's go.
Is this the right way?
Shall we roll the dice?
It just doesn't work out that way.
Tucker you out. I'll share my luck with everyone.
Yeah. Love how Hoyoverse can describe their chance to vote
Why
for
don't they
them
just
in
develop
the
something
game
like an
board
infinite magazine?
They get rewards for winning.
Showtime for no
Yeah. That's a pretty dirty
I was just getting
thing,
into the
but
groove. Better reload.
it's why none of that stuff matters.
Showtime for no war and together. Attack! Bolt! We won again!
That still makes it really hard for balance, unfortunately.
Is game on!
Imagine that winning best mobile game
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
when it's not.
We're here,
But-
but
Okay.
what's with all these raptures? Whatever happened here, it must have been quite the commotion. Since an elevator of that size just popped out of the ground, it would have made a really loud sound. On top of that, there were some people of interest riding it. I'm sure it attracted its fair share of attention. If we want to do any serious investigating, we'll have to chase these raptors away. Think we can ask them nicely to vacate the area? Something tells me they won't be too willing to grant that request. Would pointing our guns at them help convince them? I would assume so. Sounds good. Let's show them some hospitality. I know all about that.
I would die if Hello Kitty
Commander,
won
be
best
careful.
mobile game. It's watered down Genshin in a nutshell. In space.
Momentum going.
American hospitality. We got ourselves guns, freedom, and fireworks. America.
Oh no, I was just getting into the
Oh
groove.
gosh, we're back to the tentacle guys.
Better reload. Let's keep the momentum going. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
I guess this makes me a good luck charm,
Anything's possible.
doesn't it? Gotta sit rep for you, rep. Oh, right. Why are you talking about Rappy as if she's already dead? What do you mean? People only say things like that when they're mourning a fallen comrade. It just slipped out. I didn't mean anything by it. Anyway, are you done over there? Yeah, I'm done.
Alan Wake 2? I have no idea. I didn't pay
It's
attention
not going
to
to
any
be
of them.
so easy. This place is a disaster zone. What do you think happened? If you ask me,
It looks like there was one heck of a skirmish between those monsters. I don't think there's one square inch here that isn't torched or torn up in some capacity.
That may well be the case. I'd certainly classify heretics and chatterbox as monsters. And the two they were going up against were monsters themselves. If anything, it'd be even more strange if the surroundings were untouched. Thank goodness we took the fight outside the Ark when we did, or else that place would have been in ruins.
Surely monster is a bit harsh. I prefer formidable warrior myself.
Oh god.
Dorothy!
Regina.
I didn't say monster.
Took you long enough. I've been waiting for ages.
For us?
Who else? After escaping from the elevator, there was a confrontation with the heretics. To call it an even fight would be doing Rappy a disservice. She wiped the floor with them.
That's amazing!
So, the heretics ran off. I never thought I'd say those two words in a sentence together. Anyway, Rappy went after them.
Why didn't you follow? Because you don't have any skin in the game, am I right?
Is that what you think? Think about who I fought with in the Ark. Ah, perhaps you didn't see it. After all, both of you got turned into mincemeat before you could do much of anything. To be exact, it was because I had not yet stabilized myself. I felt I was on the verge of pushing myself too far.
But you're a pilgrim, and you're from Eden.
Just because I'm a pilgrim doesn't mean I can do anything. The same goes for Eden. I can't fight forever at full power. Although, Rappy essentially did just that. Having said that, what exactly is she?
She's my friend.
Mine too.
Thanks. Very helpful. Let me ask again. What is this Rappy? The things I saw her do don't even seem possible.
They are.
I'm not
You've
sure.
seen them before.
Every once in a while, she just goes off on a tear.
Isn't she cool?
Sounds like somebody else you know.
Fine. Are you searching for her? I'll come with you. I'll ask her myself. Yes. Is that a problem?
What are you hiding?
You've got me all wrong. If I wanted something from you, I would just take it. I wouldn't go through the trouble of all this play acting.
Plus, we're so nice.
And from what I see, you guys seem to be in a tough spot. I'll help you. The heretics and Rappy are headed this way. Follow me.
Are you okay with this, Commander?
Me neither. And besides, we're super close to Eden. It should be okay, right?
All right, fine. What could possibly go wrong?
A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Is this the right way?
Come on, let's go.
Game on!
Is this the right way?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm not
Imagine
scared,
the-
so long as Noir's
Wait,
here with
you're...
me.
Ow!
I was just getting into the groove.
Okay. That's gonna be a fun conversation to listen to.
Better reload.
So 14,000 over? Nice.
Showtime for Noir! Oops, I got too excited.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
on, let's go.
I don't think this will proceed terribly smoothly.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Best music?
You can leave this to me. Trust me.
I was gonna say, have you met Modernia?
Good.
Best music for Genshin. I don't know, there's a lot of games that have really great scores, so that's a hard one to say Genshin should get that. Could it be nominated? Sure.
I was just getting into the groove. Why don't they just develop
Final
something
Fantasy
like an
games in
infinite
general are
magazine?
normally high capacity scores. They do a lot, they normally have a lot of great soundtracks.
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Be careful now before Flutter goes Genshin Warrior on you.
I feel like we're
Scout!
Come on, let's go.
I'll share my luck with everyone.
Better read.
So after the Red Hood event,
I got too excited.
after the Red Hood event, I'm really... I really think our 1.5 year anniversary would be...
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Let's keep the momentum going.
would most likely probably be SSR Rappy, is what it would have to be.
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
Like, that's about the only thing that makes sense right now. But it's really going to come down to what happens in... when they release 27 and 28 will tell us what that unit will be.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
No, I mean an actual Rappy, not Red Hood.
Come on, let's go.
Like,
Is this the
a
right
real functioning
I feel like we're gonna
SSR.
hit the jackpot with these guys.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
I feel like we're
The
gonna
only
hit
way
the
they could do
jackpot
it-
with these guys.
Would have to be
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
some sort of Red Hood activation that's not full Red Hood.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Is this the right way?
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
SSR mold, once again failed the 61%. Ooh,
Come on, let's go.
that's painful.
I don't think this will.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, hey, another chest. Let's go pop that real quick. All right, so like, let's get like a Tetris support helm for summer anise. Would be great. Tetra Defender boots. All right. More useless Defender junk. All right, Kitty Titties is now fully manufactured. Oh yeah, I ran out of time yesterday. I was gonna try to do an update thing, but I don't know if doing it 2 days after is worth. All right.
Come on.
I don't think. Let's go make ourselves some luck.
mean, that's where a lot of people are at now.
Commander,
I
be
know so many
careful.
people who have walked away from it. Like, today's the last Guild War of the season, and I'm debating what I'm doing.
Showtime for no one.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
Showtime for no one. Together, attack.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine? Better reload.
Getting ready.
That's awesome.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
I feel like. I don't think this will persist.
Is this the right way?
I don't think I'll ever get used to fighting.
That's it. So, let's see. It is, so, January 2nd. So yeah, January 2nd here will mark, will mark 1 year of me not streaming Epic 7 near daily. Because at the beginning of the year, I hard switched off of it, saying
After all
that,
I deserve a compliment.
after everything that had gone on, and how I had nearly partner off of it, I said I would,
Swimming sure can.
I wasn't gonna put all my eggs in one basket, and I'll be honest, the year has been so much better not having to go worry or deal with how or
I feel
thinking
like
about
we're gonna hit
numbers
the
in any
jackpot
shape,
with
form,
these
or
guys.
another.
Can I ask you something?
If I say no, are you going to ask anyway?
Most likely.
Then ask.
Why did you come to the Ark?
I had my reasons.
When are you going to do RTA streams?
What reasons?
Sightseeing.
What'd you think of the Ark then?
Hard to say. I hardly had time to see anything before I had to leave.
Why aren't you going back?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I'm asking why you aren't going back to the Ark. I'm sure you've got a few more stops left on your sightseeing tour.
Because I'm curious about Rappy.
That only makes me more suspicious.
Why is that?
You barely know her. Is it because you were impressed by her display? My goodness, such incredible power.
Because she recognizes
I've never seen
something.
anything like it. It's not something like that, right? If I'm reading you right, power is a means to an end, not the be-all and end-all.
What makes you think that?
If power was what you were after, you wouldn't be wandering around flaunting it like you are.
A most perceptive observation. You're correct. I'm not particularly curious about Rappy's power.
Still play E7. I don't play E7. Everybody else. Some people say I play
I'm
it wrong.
slightly
Probably.
fascinated by that scarf, which materialized when her powers were activated.
Yep.
Just slightly? You must be more than a little interested if you're giving up your sightseeing plans.
Fine. Allow me to rephrase it. I have an intense interest in it. What exactly is that scarf?
I'd love to tell you, but I don't know much about it myself. It beats me why Rappy is able to unleash such remarkable strength. And this was the first time that I'd seen that scarf.
I mean, in the TLDR, it's... if you're not progressing it a certain way, you are highly gimping how that game is designed to function. So that's probably what somebody's trying to say.
Have you ever heard of Red Hood by any chance?
Can't say I have. First time hearing it.
I see.
I've also got a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Why do you transform?
Come again?
Why don't you always stay in your transformed state?
Sure, that would perhaps be more efficient. But efficiency is not the only thing in this world, is it? For example, let's say there is someone or something that you loathe with all your being. The most efficient method of destroying it would be to make its end quick and absolute. But if your hatred is strong enough, you'd want to see them suffer first before destroying them. Emotions can sometimes overcome efficiency. You could say that my outfit and my armor adhere to a similar philosophy.
I see. That shares some common ground with firepower. In a way, there's something poetic about sacrificing efficiency for a greater principle.
Precisely.
In that sense, you and I are very similar.
You think so?
And see, that's where your flaw is in the game. Mobile games are not designed to be collector games. They're designed to be money pits. They're not designed to collect all units. You will never be able to do that free to play without a long-term investment in the game. And either that or you spend money. You cannot get everything without some sort of financial investment in these games. And that's what most people try to push on people so that they understand to not chase this crap to the ends of the earth. Because I've seen it time and time again, especially in Epic 7, where you hear somebody coming back, I had to pity this unit, I had to pity this unit, I had to pity this unit, I had to pity this unit. And they keep saying that every darn time a new unit comes out. And eventually, what happens? They quit. Because they couldn't achieve the goal that they wanted. And as long as you go in with a realistic expectation, that can't happen. You have to play favorites. Get some, get the best, get what works for the moment in your progression. What is going to help you progress the game? Because it's more important that you enjoy the long-term aspect of the game than it is trying to collect that entire box, because this game is not Pokemon. If you want to play a collector's game, get the frick out and go play Pokemon. That's a game you can collect them all in. Because it doesn't matter how much time you put into it, you're never going to have to pay to get a unit across, because you're not dicing a 1% chance, specifically in Epic 7, to pull that unit. Now, there are many ways you can claim extra units in that game, which helps bring that burden down dramatically. And that's the difference. There are people, though, who want to play the I got them all status. Collect the ones you want. All right. Never see half of the game because some of it is blocked behind unit mechanics. So if you don't do it the right way, do that on the side, it gets a lot harder. I've helped a lot of players. You have to realize that. I've seen stupidity time and time again. Had to explain to them the facts, points, everywhere from the beginning on new players, trying to get them to progress, to get them to at least get into the game. We'll see them burn out because they're like, I only want to play waifus only. They lasted maybe, and I'm not joking, maybe 6 months. Not sure that 6 months they enjoyed it. They were playing waifus only. But they didn't get the actual enjoyment out of the game, which would have hooked them way more. Because you gotta play with some dudes, or the not waifu character, because their kits just are irreplaceable. And some people can't swallow that pill. Because sometimes there's a bigger scheme there that some people don't see, and that they would love it just as much if that came to it. That's probably the people who spend money on the game. Not necessarily. Because the thing is, players who spend don't care. They'll get the unit regardless. It's about the core mechanics of the game. How does RTA work? How does the PvP work? That's what they care about most about. They're gonna collect the unit regardless. The people, the free-to-plays who will only spend a couple dollars a year on a game never get the full enjoyment out of it. Most of the time. Because they're not willing to do the things it takes to survive in that game. And that's why I get to the position, I just tell them to get out. Get out of the game, don't play it, you're not going to last long. That enjoyment you think you have won't be there. You can keep going you can try to limp that game along, but eventually you'll just stop playing it altogether. And you won't ever get to see the game and how great it is. And that's just something that they have to deal. I'm talking about players that are waifus only. I got tired of the game because they were not getting the waifus they wanted. I've got every waifu except for MLU Fiend. Basically, you have to wait till her rerun. Is where it comes down.
You and I are both walking down the same path. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, as am I.
Let's bet on who'd win.
Getting her out of Galaxy Bookmarks is a pipe dream. I've spent over 300 and only pulled 4 MLs out of them. And most of them were back-to-back. In early game. I think now in 2023, I have not pulled an ML from Galaxy Bookmarks in Epic 7. And I've pulled a crap ton of them. I don't know how many times I've gone over the pity. The only way I've gotten one from a random when they had those event summons. And then I got one from
Why don't they just develop something like an
Alright, we need to focus because they're kind of dumb on this one.
Can't get these clothes dirty.
But I have every ML I want, and I would never... I think MLs are dumb. They are some of the stupidest units in the game that you do not need. You're better off with normal RGBs. And that triggers a lot of people.
I got too excited. Watch the clothes.
Okay, I see what we gotta do.
I'll share my luck with everyone.
Opsig's a horrible unit. I've tried using her many times. I've tried and tried and tried.
Goodbye.
It never works out. I'd rather use a Runka on shield. Give me a Runka and I'll blow every single one of those units up.
How do you reload again? Showtime for Nova and Luck!
Better reload. Good.
Showtime for Nova and Luck!
Alright, we're gonna actually have to start working for this now. Oh, this is annoying. Alright, let's do it.
As long as you have me, you'll never lose this round.
I don't know. I was just getting into the groove.
Oh, those are suicide bombers too. I see what they are. That's what's killing me. Zoo, you're gonna be overpowered for almost an entire chapter or two. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. You're probably, by the time you get 19, you'll start getting equal or slightly underpowered. I'll just go ahead and help save you the time. You'll go all the way to you'll go all the way to 19. They also reduced it a lot too. Aaron's pretty much at Nihilister, so she's on chapter 20.
Let's keep the momentum going.
There we go. So I can kind of judge where you're gonna be by Aaron.
Bolt, we won again.
Cause she's at like 109
Does
power
anyone else
now.
smell that? Like something's burning? The ground is hot. Too hot to be normal.
That is very likely. You two stay in front.
Us?
Yes,
Why?
you're the most expendable.
Us?
Let me see if she's got a recent team. Let's see if I see anything recent of her. Yes, but she's stuck at the Nihilister fight. Like, she's right there. Which is why I said you'd get to 19, not 20. No, I don't have anything. I of her current numbers.
Between you and me, who has more value? If someone has to
got to
go,
chapter 16,
you should
nice.
start with those lowest on the totem pole.
How come?
That's how things work up on the surface. Survival of the fittest. Sorry to break it to you, but if there's anyone we could stand to lose, it's you two.
It's more about the bunny twins than it is Scarlet and Modernia.
Yes, you two are weaker than me. There's no denying that.
How come?
Are you even listening to me?
Us? How come?
Me? How come?
Hey, stop copying us! Yeah, stop copying us!
Understood.
Here it is.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
You look like you've seen better days.
Congratulations, you have eyes.
Did Rappy do this to you?
Well...
Answer me.
She got it.
Why should I have to answer to a 2-bit lackey sent from Eden? You disgust me. I didn't know we had an amateur detective in our midst.
Caught in 4K.
Betrayal my ass. That would mean there was a point in time when I trusted them to begin with.
But why did you revive them both?
Dunno. Maybe I just wanted some company.
Do you want to live?
If you all take a hike, I might have a chance.
No. You will die. Your nanomachine's regenerative capabilities are slowing. Your core output may have dropped. In your current state, you'd make a fine meal for any raptures wandering nearby.
I have just one favor to ask of you.
Say it.
Piss off! I can't take you buzzing in my ear any longer. Get lost, or plug me and get it over with.
I figure you already know this, but just to be sure, please refrain from any communication with Eden. I've invested a lot in this plan. If it ends up going south, I'll be left hanging high
I'm not
and
sure.
dry.
Are you going to shoot me or not? If
Right?
not, then beat it.
Nihilister. You were the dragon that roamed the surface, incinerating everything in your path. Your flames claimed the lives of countless Nikkes. You were a constant thorn in Eden's side. You were an agent of wanton destruction, laying waste to all you saw. And now you want a peaceful death? Sorry, but you don't get that luxury. You can sit and wait right here. something will come along and put an end to your waiting soon enough. Why not? Don't tell me you feel sympathy for her. Do you have any idea how many Nikkes Nihilist are killed in the Ark?
Yeah.
Or would you prefer that we stay here and finish the job? It would be the perfect opportunity to have your way with a living heretic. It'd be such a waste to kill her outright. That I'm not sure about.
What are you doing? Hey, I asked you a question! You son of a bitch! How dare you insult me like this! Why don't you just put me out of my misery?
Yeah. Absolutely. This is where the lore accurate
I feel like we're gonna hit the
Derp
jackpot
Dragon
with these
comes
guys.
from.
Swimming sure
The
can
absolute
tucker you out.
hogwash piece of crap we get.
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Come on, let's go.
That's where it
Swimming
comes
sure
from,
can
ladies
tucker
and
you out.
gentlemen. Not the Nihilister we knew then. Here. You suck.
Is this the right way?
Game on.
Come on, let's go.
Right, but she still has the stupid dragons, which sucks.
Commander, be careful.
Good.
Like, how can we rectify how bad Nihilister is? Oh, I know. Let's just absolutely munch her. And then this way they can see how bad she really sucks. Okay. Works great. Hello there. How's it going, Leo? How goes your grind, man? Yes, Red Hood is in general banned. She's now in Pilgrim molds, the SSR mold, and general.
We won again.
As well as the raid up banners. She is in the general pool. Why sudden Nihilister slander? You just missed a very eaten Nihilister laying on the ground. Literally, chunks taken out of her arm, body, the whole 9 yards. So, slander is literally us just seeing her completely chewed out.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with Game on.
Hello there, how's it going? Congrats on your shiny EVs.
Is this the right way?
Whoops. You know, I've been streaming all this time and I literally forgot to charge
me.
my phone.
Trust me.
Whoops. Ah, crap. I should technically probably scream wipe.
I'm not scared so long as Noir is here with me.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do to get out of this. Wrong button. I forgot there's 3 burst 3s.
Commander,
Be careful.
Showtime for no
Let's keep the momentum going.
Showtime for Noir and Claw!
You should go check Nikke general chat.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Or the Nikke chat in on Discord. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll clear this stage today. And then I think we'll have to come back to this another day.
Come on, let's go.
I don't think that let's go make ourselves some luck.
What are you going to do?
About what?
Siwyn.
Enoch made her judgment, did she not? It should be followed.
She's ordering the CEO of the Big Three to be subservient to a lowly commander. What if this commander has other intentions?
You don't have to worry about that. He's an upstanding individual.
Whenever humans gain a modicum of power, it changes them.
Including you? This is a private matter between the two of them. There is no need for us to even talk about it. In my opinion, that commander might be impulsive, but he is not a threat. So there won't be any problems.
Still, how could you?
He won't threaten your position. At least for the time being. So relax. And let's move on.
Fine. What about the other issue at hand?
And what would that be?
That pilgrim.
It doesn't matter what we do now. She's back on the surface. She's doing her part to extricate the Ark from this crisis.
She'll be back.
There's a high chance of that, yes.
Hence I'm asking, what are you intending to do about it?
Nothing.
What exactly are you getting at?
I propose that we eliminate the pilgrim.
Kill her?
She poses too significant a threat. I don't know what she's after, but the influence she could have over the Ark is monumental. Right now, the Ark needs stability more than anything.
What's up?
But Dorothy wants a pact. Why are you proposing that we kill her?
Think about it. After the Raptures besiege the Ark, she arrives here. Immediately after, 2 heretics and the other unique individual are resurrected. That pilgrim is behind all of this. You can't possibly think it was all a coincidence, can you?
No, I don't think that. But I've run countless tests on the optical camouflage Dorothy mentioned. It's legitimate. I also have my doubts, but I think we should wait before springing into action.
Wait? Wait for what?
To see what Dorothy's motives are.
Isn't it obvious? She wants to see the Ark fall.
If she wanted to topple the Ark, there are far more practical methods to do so. Why bother going through all this rigmarole?
Fine. Let's say we follow your suggestion and wait. What if we end up with a bigger problem on our hands as a result? One that we can no longer fix. What then? If we sit here twiddling our thumbs, it'll be too late. We have to strike first.
I have something in mind. If worst comes to worst, we do have a failsafe.
I assume you're referring to what Enoch is preparing?
Yes. For now, we'll do as Burning Gum suggests.
What right do you have to propose our next course of action? You sat by and did nothing at the crucial moment.
Regardless of what the Pilgrim's true
Reasons.
intentions are, we cannot allow mere hearsay and skepticism to scuttle
Because
the
we
pact
lose
of
our
Eden.
favorite punching bag.
If the pact goes through, the gains will far outweigh any potential losses. So let's sit back, prepare for the worst, and wait for her to make her move. She's the first Pilgrim to set foot in the Ark since it was founded. We mustn't resort to hysteria or persecution simply because we have lingering doubts.
Any potential threats must be eliminated. The Ark cannot afford another catastrophe.
Your stupidity is astonishing.
What?
If you had half a brain, you'd realize how foolish you sound right now. Suppose she is actively attempting to sabotage the Ark, as you allege. If that is the case, what could the Ark possibly do to stop her? Even supposing we somehow foil her plans, can you stop the combined forces of Eden? Do you have the slightest idea how mighty their forces are? So what you're telling me is that you want to wage war against a group of people who not only have managed to survive and thrive on the surface, but have also developed their own technology. Only a lunatic would fail to see how flimsy that plan is. I already said that I agree with Burning Gum's suggestion. Well, allow me to
Dorothy's not the
rephrase.
punching bag you want to punch.
That is our
often.
only viable option.
It punches back. And harder normally.
Very well. If that's the case, then I agree. We'll sit back and wait for the Pilgrim to make the next move.
Okay.
Just one thing. I wish to launch my own investigation into this Pilgrim Dorothy. Now that we know what she looks like, we're sure to turn up some relevant information in the central government's database. We might be able to find some salient information if we dig into her past.
Is that really necessary?
Of course. Her past actions might provide a hint about her current motives.
She's part of the Goddess
I
Squad.
agree with that.
Just tell him.
I'll take your silence as agreement.
What's wrong? Are you okay? Burning Gum. Is there any remaining information about the Goddess Squad? The Goddess Squad? Why do you... Answer me. Is there anything left? No. We've been continuously distorting and removing select information to prevent the manifestation of any godlike entity. An entire central government database has been wiped. Other than the name itself, there is nothing left. Very well. How are you holding up? Just fine. Thanks for asking. Don't mention it. I'll be on my way. Don't push yourself too hard. I'll try my best.
Oh, it's horrible.
Dorothy.
It's literally, I'm not joking, it's the worst story they put in the game for a side story. It's actually atrocious.
Commander,
I hope
be
that they
careful.
can rectify it and somehow spin this in the second half, but it's a horrible story idea. At least it felt like there was a bigger story being built with what's her face? Anne and Rupee with the commander.
You are so cute, Commander.
Like, it's...
Did you see that?
I'll listen
I'm
to
strong,
it, sure.
and my comrades are stronger.
I'll hang out for it, but I'm not gonna sit here and praise it like I have See You Again, like I have. The Christmas Story. Oh yeah, the cake was the worst probably part of the worst issue of it. Overzone, Red Ash, it doesn't even touch those. Heck, I'll even throw out there, I'll even go as far as to say, technically, the collab stories are better. Not all stories need to have drama in it. It's not about drama. There is a method of storytelling that still has how to put this? When we talk in writing, does this push the story forward in any sense? Now, let's look at this from a side story aspect. So, we understand that the Neverland concept is about Ludmilla. So the plot of the story is Ludmilla finds a hot spring. Okay? So now how do we push this story forward? The narrative of it is they want the commander to go up and look at a place that potentially will have resources and minerals, things of value that could be used because this is on the surface. So, okay, so we're moving the plot forward. We're now sending a couple different squads are going up to go look at this, to help look at this, to look this over. You're taking Absolute up there. So now, what is the purpose of the story? It seems to be hanging around Beltora, or whatever her name is, and talking about her dying on Christmas. It's talking about Nikke and her stuff. You've got, obviously it's about Ludmilla getting the, getting the hot spring as the northern base now. But there's nothing of value they've put out other than we've now learned that one of the Nikkes died on Christmas, which is why they're having such a horrible time with it. We moved the plot forward of we now explain Noir and Blanc's costumes, as if that wasn't going to be obvious. But to tell a good story, you still need to move this along. You can't just tell worthless information from beginning to end and say it's a good story. They have such great talent writing that you could easily still curve this. And is what I'm hoping for, that the second story brings that thing, goes, wow, this really ended up making the story. That without this, it's a really just garbage story to begin with. But the first half, hard opinion, it won't change. The first half of the story 1 is awful. It's literally just your normal Hot Springs filler anime episode. Outside of that, it's what do they do in story 2? Which I'm assuming is where part of the thing comes from. Now, I've already seen the leaky pipes and I already know where all the other information's hidden. It's in that stupid minigame. You'll see a lot of stuff about the story that's not being told. But it's what happens on this next half that... Why did we bring Absolute up here? One of the best squads. Why is Absolute up here? Other than to say we brought Absolute so we could have Emma and her absolutely atrocious cooking ideas. So, other than that, I can get behind why Blanc and Noir are here, why the Scouts are here. I get all that. But I don't understand why is Absolute here. One of the best squads of the Nikke companies. So... It is, but you'll learn some stuff that's important to the story. So, It'll be interesting in the long run, I hope. So, some of them are based around, some of them are based around several of the Nikke there. It's, you'll get a section about Noir and
Good.
Blanc, you'll get a section about several of them. Other than that, you're there for the rewards. That's all you're there for. The thing's garbage through and through. So... I have plenty of fun right there with those two. I have all the fun I need, really, in this one Nikke right here. That's all the fun I need is right there. But it's called Vacation, but they still did Vacation better not even 6 months ago. We just had Summer Vacation, which was a very well-written story. It was a very well-written story to set up and get Helm's thought put down well. It told a lot about Helm. It set up, it helped build Helm's character a lot more in the story. As of right now, this does not make sense because at least at the beginning of See You Again, the one frame you won't get legally from the game is the twins. Yeah, you'll have to pull them out from somewhere else. But yeah. There's a... I'll be interested to see what happens in 2 weeks. I'll be curious to see what happens in 2 weeks. What can they pull out on that next patch? Alright, let's shut X and YouTube down so I can get going. I gotta get my day started. It is that time. By the way, is Tove still with the gang in the story? Yes. Tove and Alice are gone to check out... Or Tove and... I'm assuming it's Tove, Alice, and Neve have gone off to find more hot springs. So they'll probably show up in the second half. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this wrapped up. Tomorrow we'll be back with some more pirateering. So come make sure you hang out for that. We'll be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. my time, 3 hours ago, your time. Next week, I'm sure we'll have two... I'm sure we'll have 2 Nikke days for sure, because we'll have to do the second story. We'll have probably 2 days, maybe 3 days of Pirates, or 2 or 3 days of Nikke, and a Minecraft on Monday is probably what it's going to be. I'll have to get that all sorted out. See you in the next one. Weekend, we gonna go yar. Yes. Tomorrow we're yarring and all searching for the booty. But yeah. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all take care, and we'll see you guys in the next one.